911 honors the real-life heroes,
making a difference in your community.
The alarm went off. Our first instinct was, check next door if everything is good. But then we opened up the door and everything was just all smoky in there.
At a little after 11 p.m., we got a report of a working structure fire.
We went by the exit and that's when everything was just like on fire.
A building entirely is on fire.
County, we got it trapped, people trapped inside.
I was considering throwing myself out the window, but then you have a baby, so it's like that's out of the window, that option.
There was 15 calls stacked, which meant neighbors were calling and others saw it, so we knew that it was a real job.
It was terrifying, it was a nightmare.
911 operator 130, what's the address?
There's a fire and it's happening pretty bad right now. The fire is happening real fast and we're inside the house.
Okay, get out of the house. We're getting everyone help.
We can't because the entrance is blocked. The entrance is blocked.
And on arrival, we had a well-involved fire. And the only exit of that building was fully involved, including the stairway, the exit, and the hallway to both apartments. So we knew no one was coming out that way. And what we tried to do was get the line between the victims and the fire. And it was a difficult task because of the advanced fire on arrival.
It was very hot. You really couldn't see anything. Everything caught on fire very fast. It was very smoky, very hard to breathe. It was just all also a blur. I thought we were gonna die.
One exit, and that's the stairs that are on fire. The front apartment, all the occupants are at the front windows and on it.
A lot of people were even considering throwing themselves through the window. Even if they got injured, at least they could be saved.
So it's important for victims not to jump because anything above your shoulder height is a fatal fall. So they were definitely at least with the window height 12 to 15 feet above ground level. And on top of that, they had fire flanking from the rear, which Jimmy and Tyler were suppressing.
Yeah, the police, they see us right now.
The police see you?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stay on the line with you as long as I can, if it's safe to do so.
There was 2 windows. There was 4 people in one, and then 2 adults and an infant at the window on the right.
When I got to the top of the ladder, I need to be aware of that they were coming out in force.
Stay by the window!
Hey, they're saying there's another apartment in the back, possible.
It's a dangerous situation. You're at the top of the ladder and you have several people at the window. They all want to get out on the ladder, and you gotta just calm them down one at a time and make sure they're not panicking, because if they panic, make a wrong step, we could both go down.
I was able to get up, be face to face with the family, and take the baby and carry it down to hand it off to other people that were operating on the scene.
The moment that I handed Leah to the firefighter, I was relieved, like, now I can breathe. I don't care what happens to me. I don't.
I assisted the first victim out the window, went back up and assisted the second victim, followed by a third, fourth, and a fifth.
How many people are out now?
They're getting everyone out right now.
After you get the victims out, that's just the victims that you had at the window. You don't know if there's additional victims. And at that point, we sent crews back in to do a secondary search to make sure that the building was clear. And then additionally, we have to fight the fire.
Once we got into the house, it was smoky, but it wasn't very untenable. Once we opened the door to the stairwell, which is in between the 2 apartments, that was very hot. That's where the fire was most advanced.
Back out, bro. Back up a little bit, let's go.
There was fire well involved above them, as well as now below them. And it was actually shooting out almost like a jet engine from behind where Jimmy and Tyler were up at the top of the stairs.
Go to the window, 3B, go to the window.
Victims were out in probably 2 minutes. The fire was primarily knocked down on the outside of the building in maybe 3 to 4 minutes.
Every one of those minutes is important. It couldn't last 10 minutes. Those people would have had to jump. If it wasn't in as short a time frame as it was, there could have been a different outcome.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much, guys. I can't thank you enough for everything you guys did that night.
Absolutely.
It's a nice feeling just to see that everything we did, it meant something. It meant these people continue to have a life and they're happy and healthy.
I was yelling from the window, please take my baby.
I was in my head, I was like, don't throw the baby. We're coming. We're coming.
This is Leah. Do you have children?
I do not know. No.
We lost everything that night. So now, all the years that, you know, we've built such a beautiful home, so there was just nothing. So starting all over again, but we have our lives, which is the most important thing.
I think a lot of people don't realize, especially in a small town like Houghton, all the guys that do this, we're all volunteers. We all have another job because, you know, we live in this town. If you don't do it, then nobody's going to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We salute you.